Senku and Co. finally arrive at the origin of the petrification beam, only to find a huge glowing mountain made up of Medusas. Anyhow, Senku quickly gets to work and chants 1 meter in 3 seconds, but nothing happens. Meanwhile, Taiju gets all fired up and starts testing every petrification device. As expected, every single unit is completely out of juice. As Zeno sneaks a Medusa into his pocket, Gen and Chrome object. However, Senku suggests keeping him engaged and that inspecting the Medusa is a better option since they are up against Stanley. Just when it feels like a dead end, Senku comes up with a plan. With this many shell units, there's still something we can do. Thus, Ryusui lays out the plan. Only Jewel and the gem clock experts can cleanly dismantle the cores, but crushing them is easy enough for anyone. They remember Matsukaze's warning that messing with a lone Medusa was a gamble. Now, with dozens, they can smash them to bits and hunt for whatever's left inside. Science kids love a good teardown, and the team dives into a full-scale disassembly frenzy. Just as Senku's team is preparing to get started with the Medusas, we cut to Stanley's flagship slicing through the waves. Stanley implies that Senku and the others must have escaped safely by now. However, that radar guy says, "We tracked their bike tracks and they're heading down the Amazon. They've got to build a new vessel to make that trip." He adds, "No matter how many detours they take, our radar nets will pick them up." Anyhow, Senku starts collecting the Medusas as test samples. After that, they start designing this jagged, weird-looking boat, and everyone's arguing about aesthetics. Some want cute and round, others want edgy and sharp. However, Senku steps in and explains that Stanley is using radar, transforming the whole conversation into a stealth tech crash course. Senku says, "Let's build a stealth ship," and Ryusui loses his mind with excitement. Then Senku explains how radar works, how shapes affect detection, and how they're going to beat 21st century tech with Stone Age hacks. It's not perfect, but it's stealthy enough to mess with Stanley's radar. As you might have guessed, the weird design will help them evade detection. Senku says, angled cuts to absorb radar. They slap carbon-loaded rubber all over it, turning rubber into stealth armor. Senku asks Zeno for advice on using rubber to make the ship stealthy, but Zeno refuses to help. Once they finish the stealth ship, everyone acknowledges that it kind of looks cool. However, even after the rubber coating, the ship is still being picked up by radar.